we'll go ahead and start over here for anybody who missed it. What we are working on today is a 1970 copper-clad quarter. I'll make this into a size 12. First thing we gotta do is punch a hole in it. And put it in here. Lock that down. Get it going. So I've got quite a few rings to make, so if anybody has any questions while I work on this, feel free to put them in the chat. If you'd like to check out my shop, there's a gold link at the bottom of the screen here you can tap on. And if you just want to watch me make coins into rings, tap the screen. Nice and easy. Here's our center punch. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the live. Let's go. 350 people in here. Tap the screen. You know? There we go. There is our coin so far. You can see the inside edge there is a little rough. We're going to clean that up real quick with our deburring tool. Welcome, Chicago. Whoop. There we go. This is kind of the slow, boring part, so if you guys wouldn't mind tapping the screen while we get through it. We currently have 383 likes. Let's see if we can get to 1K before I finish deburring the inside of this ring. I think you can do it. Well, we broke 700. Halfway done. $1,100 likes. Woo woo. Alright, let's see how many of you will go to my profile and subscribe to my YouTube channel. coinringmaker.com. There's a little YouTube button on my TikTok profile. Just tap my logo right there, hop over there and subscribe. I've been trying for months to break 5,000 subscribers, so if y'all could just do that real quick, that'd be freaking fantastic. No, it's not against the law. It's very similar to penny smashing machines you might find at an amusement park, Six Flags, SeaWorld, Disneyland. As long as you aren't fraudulently altering the currency, it's not against the law. So an example of that would be like taking pennies and making it look like dimes and trying to spin them as cash, as dimes, when they were pennies. That's against the law. But making jewelry out of coins, making art out of coins, yeah, no problem. Here in Texas, growing up, I used to see a lot of coins on belt buckles. Nothing I've really tried to make myself, but I have seen them. So there's lots of different stuff you can do with coins. If anybody would like to see more of my work, there's a gold chain at the bottom of the screen you can tap on. There's some pictures, finished rings there. Check them out. We've got our coin nice and folded into a cone shape here. It's got a little bit of a wiggle on it. So we're going to flatten that out. Well, I do appreciate you guys trying to do a dual live or whatever. I really have to focus on what I'm doing, and it's really hard to do when my screen is half as big and somebody else is talking. So I don't mean to be rude. I'm just trying to get some work done. If I didn't have so much to do, I'd be happy to, but today's not the day. Alright, so what we're going to do is anneal this. because we really have to stretch this out. We're going to make this into a size 12. So we're going to make sure this copper is nice and soft. Thank you very much. I think it's pretty cool. Dry this off a little bit, and we'll give you guys another look at it. Here is our ring so far. And you also get to keep all the inside detail too. There's some methods of making coins into rings where you lose a bunch of detail. That's not how I do it. I try to keep as much coin detail on there as I can. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. And I'm just going to run through the motion on this one and get her done. Thank you guys for following. How much do they cost? You can see my pricing by tapping this little gold chain down here or my website link. TikTok is a little weird about me talking about pricing, but everything's listed on my website, coinringmaker.com, and there's a wide variety, so I try to make it so that pretty much any budget can get something. Like if you want to get something really fancy, you can do that too, but I also have some lower cost items as well. The heating and cooling makes the metal less brittle, and it just kind of softens it up. So I'm about to start stretching this, and it really needs to be nice and soft. The first tools I bought was about $250. So that was about 3 years ago, and stuff's a little pricier now. So I would say you need about $300 to get started. But I've seen people easily spend, $2,000 or $3,000 on tools, and then it's still difficult, so they quit. So I would say start with the cheapest tools you can. And if you still like it and you make some rings, reinvest your profit from your first rings into better tools. If you'd like my recommended tool list, it is on my website, coinringmaker.com. Right at the top. And you can see where to get tools and how to use them. I've got some videos on there. So that might be a good resource to check out. Yeah, everything is still for sale up on the website or through the gold chain at the bottom of the screen. Here we're going to start stretching this out quite a bit. If you're enjoying this live, make sure to tap the screen. Let TikTok know this is way more interesting than whatever else is going on people's lives. I think it's pretty cool. So we stretched this pretty good. See here, we got it to about 11.5. And I'm going to go ahead and anneal it again, because as we stretch it, it work hardens and it becomes more and more brittle. So the more I stretch it, the more dangerous it gets. So we're going to go ahead and soften it up about halfway through there. Yeah, no problem. If you have any questions along the way, come find me, let me know. Be happy to help you out. Can't find your coin, bro? Okay, so you go to the website, you tap on coin rings, and then 90% silver, and then dollars, and it's going to be there. You may also be able to just type in 1988 in the search bar if that was too many steps. I try to keep my navigation as simple as possible, but I've got, like 50 products, so it's I try to keep them sorted as logically as I can. Yeah, you got some questions? Put them in the chat. Let's hear it. What you want to know? Sometimes when we stretch it, it gets a little bit of a wobble to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that. Let's stretch it the rest of the way. There we go. Now the target size for this ring is a size 12. I'm gonna try and get it to a 13, so then I can reshape it and make sure this cut edge is nice and smooth. How does the stretching machine work? It's pretty cool. It's quite clever. So you've got a handle here. And when we lift this handle up, you can see kind of a spike come out of the top here. Watch. See that spike? So that spike is wider at the bottom than it is at the top. So it's like cone shaped. And as we push it up, it pushes out on these things that are called splines. So there's actually like separate pieces of metal here with like gaps in it. You see that gap right there? So that pressure pushing out stretches the ring. It's an absolutely fantastic tool. I very much like it. Yeah, no problem. He made a video on defacing currency. It's pinned if you're curious. That's true. I've made a few of them. It is a commonly recurring question for me. All right, so we've got it to about a 13.5. I overstretched it just a little bit, but that's not a problem, because we're going to start reducing it now. Now, if you look really closely, this edge right here with the reading on it, that's called the reeded edge. It's a little wider than the cut edge up here, so we're going to start reducing the reeded edge and make that a little more even.
Son is just being an absolute saint. He's making the baby cry. Ain't that fun?
Sounds like it.
So she's already in a bad mood. Now Kyle's just, I think Ashlyn's got out to be like this. Love you.
I love you too.
You live yet?
Yeah, I'm live right now.
I'm so sorry.
My 3-year-old has been hanging out with an 8-month-old, and he's been getting really good at like learning words and kind of parroting like adults. We'll say truck and he says truck and he points at the truck. But since he's been hanging out with this baby, the baby cries, right? So he's been parroting the cry, and it just freaks this baby out. It makes her cry more. It's a little funny. It's a little sad. I don't think he's trying to be mean, but it is what it is. Kids are great. My wife, everybody. She's the best. Alright. So we've got that locked in right at size 12. Now we're going to go clean it up a little bit and move on to our next ring. And if the guy who was trying to get the 1988 silver dollar is still in here and you're having some trouble, let me know if you're still here. I'll try and get that along the way. Yeah, I think it's funny. She doesn't think it's funny. And like what's even better is like he nails it. Like he makes a sound just like her crying. Like it's so spot on. It's pretty good. So I'm just hitting this with some really fine steel wool. This is 4-0 steel wool, so it's not going to scratch up the ring at all, but it is going to help remove some of that fire scale and bring out the details a bit. So you can see on the outside of the ring, it's starting to get shinier. The details are coming out a bit more. The inside is still covered in fire scale. So that's kind of the difference on this step. And I will do some more thorough cleaning on this so it gets back to its silver color. We get all that fire scale off of there. But I will do that later today. I've got some more rings to make. This next one's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be a 1 ounce fine silver round. Memento Mori. Bonus question. Anybody know what Memento Mori means? Perfect size 12 quarter coin ring. Very nice. Right? I guess nobody knows what it means. Anybody? Anybody? Memento Mori? I'm not going to give it away. I'm sure there's some trivia guru out there. It basically means remember you will die. So it's a reminder that we're all mortal and not to take things too seriously and take some other things more seriously. You know, just kind of a Latin way of saying you're not going to live forever. Yeah. I think Marcus Aurelius is who's frequently quoted saying Memento Mori. So, let's make a ring. First thing we gotta do is punch a hole in it. Kapow! A great center punch. Occasionally, I can make some noise. Tis true, tis true. There's our coins so far. Now we're gonna deburr the inside. 3,500 likes on here. Let's see if we can get to 4K before I finish deburring this. Let's go. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you haven't checked out my shop yet, the website link is on my profile, coinringmaker.com, or tap the gold chain at the bottom of the screen. I hope y'all are enjoying the live, and this is going to make a real nice ring right here. It's been a while since I made one of these. They usually aren't this small, though. They're usually at least a size 10. Usually like size 12, size 14, because it's a big old coin. But we're going to make this a size 8 today. It's going to be interesting. On junk silver, I like it. Usually you can get some kind of worn or well-weathered junk silver right at spot price, which is nice. Like, there's definitely some junk silver, and what junk silver is, for anyone who's wondering, is constitutional or 90% silver. It's what they used to make coins out of here in the United States until 1964. This is called a deburring tool. But I really like junk silver. I'm a big fan of it. It's actually tougher than fine silver. So you're going to be able to keep the detail on it better if you're going to be handling it or wearing it. For example, this is a Morgan silver dollar. This is made from 90% silver. And this is, let's see, 120 some odd years old, right? And look at the detail on this thing. It's still fantastic. So I'm really a big fan of junk silver. It keeps detail really nice. You can get it at a decent price. It's widely available. And it's a good way to start stacking too. So like, you can start stacking 90% silver dimes for like $1 or $2 at a time. Yeah, everybody always says, you know, oh, if you're going to stack silver, you got to stack heavy stuff. I think silver dimes are a great way to have, you know, a little stock of silver that is also easy to trade, right? So if you get a big old 1 ounce round like this, you can't really cut this up very easily and trade it for smaller things. But silver dimes, you can you know, swap them out relatively easily and trade them. Good for bartering, I suppose. You know, silver quarters, silver half dollars. It's interesting. Like, you used to be able to get like a gallon of gas for a quarter back in the day when quarters were silver. And while you can't get a gallon of gas for a quarter these days, you can get a gallon of gas for a silver quarter. So it's held its value better than actual currency, which I think is pretty cool. Ruined a good coin. Well, we'll see. We'll see if I ruined it or we're gonna make it better. I think we're gonna make it better. But first, we gotta heat it up. $5,000 likes on the live. Thank you guys very much. It took me about a year to get, like, decently good at it. It took a lot of practice. And I did it every day. for like a year straight, working on quarters, trying to work out the kinks, trying to get the best possible end product. And I'd say I've gotten pretty good at it. I've been doing it for about 3 years now. Do you get any residues on the coin, cut you, or stick out like splinters? Not really. Like, this is the closest I get to splinters, and these aren't sharp or anything. I try to keep it safe. Let's zoom this out a bit. We're going to do our first fold here. Using our doming block. So we're going to put the side of the coin we want facing out. Down in here. Do I use the residue for anything? You mean like the scraps? Right now, I just kind of hoard them. I don't have a crucible that would, or a forge or anything I can melt them down in. Eventually, I'd like to get some of that equipment, but so far I've mostly specialized in jewelry making equipment over melting metal. But eventually, I will reuse them to like make molds and stuff like that. Some lost wax casting. And make sure that's nice and level. I'm gonna give it another fold. Pretty good. I'm gonna go anneal it again. I have worked with gold. I currently only have one gold coin in stock. They're pretty expensive to inventory. But I have done them before, and I'd be happy to do them again. It is a little tricky to find a customer who can afford gold. Most of what I do is silver, 90% silver. If anybody watching has a coin they'd like made into a coin ring, you can visit my TikTok profile. There's a button on there that says get a quote. Just tap on that, tell me about the coin and the ring size you need, and I can get back to you. I really enjoy doing custom jobs like that. So if you have something in mind, that's how you hit me up. And if you haven't checked out the gold chain at the bottom of the screen, you can see some of my finished products there. You can also shop through it if you'd like. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. There's our ring so far. It's pretty cool. It's got skulls and little hourglasses on there. Nice rib cage. Little pirate skull and crossbones at the top. How much for the gold one? You can see my prices on my website. Just linked on my profile. TikTok is just a little weird about me talking about prices. So if you'd like to check it out, it's linked on my profile, or you can tap the gold chain at the bottom of the screen. I'm not sure if it's listed down there or not. So the website's probably the way to go. Sitting at just over a size 11. Since we're trying to get to a size 8, that means we don't have to stretch it. Which is good news. Give it one more anneal, and we'll start reducing. Making it smaller. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap some pretty strong blue Teflon tape. It's called Blue Monster. That's going to help protect the outside detail as we start reducing it. So heating up the coin, make sure that the metal stays nice and soft. The more we work on it, the more it hardens, and it also gets more brittle. So the chances of it cracking or splitting increase with every stretch or pull or any kind of reshaping you do to it. So I just try and make sure I keep it nice and soft so we don't have any weird things happen. Sometimes it'll warp because it'll be softer in some places and harder in others. As long as we keep it soft, it usually works a bunch better. This is an example of what happens when it gets brittle. You can get the coin to snap, and that doesn't make for a very good ring. So this is what I'm avoiding by heating it up. If y'all haven't hit that follow button yet, go for it, Give that follow button a little tappy tap. This is a Swedish wrap. It's going to reduce our coin by pushing it down in here. If I have a coin, can I make a ring? Yes, there's a button on my TikTok profile that says get a quote. just tap on that, fill out the short questionnaire, and I will get back to you. That's how I handle all my custom orders, and it's real easy. Works great. And you got that all the way to the bottom, nice and easy like. See, it's got much tighter, much smaller. And we'll just push it a little bit more to the next die. And then we'll re-anneal it. Check that out. It's going along really well. And we're still at about a size 11. So all we've really done is change the shape of it. The size has not changed too much. Now we're getting nice and tiny with it. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over, reduce it the other way. Yep, you gotta love the blue rings, man. They always come out the best. Where's my pusher rod? There we go. Perfect. I'll take this blue tape off and see how it's looking. He's talking about the tape on here. He's just joking around. Now you can see we're getting quite a bit more of a concise ring shape there. It's still a little cone shaped, but we will fix that in a second. The next step is to get rid of the lip on the inside right here. So if I don't do it right now, it will actually start bunching up on itself. So let's get rid of that. If I want to leave it, can you do it? I'm not sure what you mean, boss. If you want to leave what? Can you be more specific? Oh, if you want me to make your ring on live, is that what you're asking? So I make all my orders on live. So if you subscribe and turn your notifications on, you should get notified. If you happen to miss it, I also repost all my lives on YouTube, which y'all can happily hop over to my TikTok profile, tap that YouTube button, and subscribe right now. Channel's name is Coin Ring Maker, and there are hours and hours and hours of coin ring making on there. Yeah, I can work on gold. Lip, yep, you still see it right there hanging out. It's really uncomfortable, so I like to get rid of that. Okay. Yeah, if you'd like to get in contact with me, my email address is really simple. It's just info@coinringmaker.com. So if anybody out there just wants to get in touch with me, has something specific they'd like to work on, you can email me there, or you can use the Get a Quote button that's on my TikTok profile. I got you. Oh, well, have safe surgery, man. You went down to Mexico to have a surgery, huh? All right. I'll be here whenever you're ready. Usually once I have the coin, you should get it back within about a week. So it usually takes me about a day or two to make the ring and then clean it up and package it out. And then shipping is relatively fast. It's like 1 to 6 days now, I think. It used to be a little faster. But that's all on the Postal Service. That's not me. Just the word info at coinringmaker.com. INFO at coinringmaker.com. I wonder what size it is now. Let's check it out. Well, thank you very much. Ooh, we're pretty close. Pretty close. How's it going? Working on a 1 ounce fine silver Memento Mori ring. Get it nice and tiny, down to a size 8. Man, my arbor press is falling all kinds of apart today. This coupling on here that I had super glued and Gorilla taped just fell off. I'll have to work on that. And then the handle right here, I had some tape on this side because the rubber thing fell off and the tape fell off. So we're doing the best we can. I've got some repairs. To deal with for sure. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, I can still make it work. It's just a little wobbly. Time to order a new one. It just might be. I do deserve a little bit nicer arbor press, don't I? This one's nothing fancy. It's straight from Harbor Freight. Take our tape off here. Take a look at our ring. It's looking pretty cool. I need to see your work. You do woodworking. Oh, yeah? The silver dollars are 200, and yes, I can ship to the UK. Metal turning. Nice. Yes. Well, they are 90% silver. So you just missed the October sale where they were 50% off. Is it hard? Just need to press like mine. Sounds like fun. No, that's not the total cost with postage. Usually shipping in the United States is about $4. I'm not sure what it would cost to ship to the UK. You'd have to like basically set the order up on the website and see what it tells you. I'm pretty sure it's close to 15. It's been a while since I shipped to the UK. I can do it, but I don't know how much it would cost. Here we go, right at a Kraken size 8. You know that I hate when people tell you why it's so expensive. My answer sometimes. I mean, my price is my price. I feel like it's pretty fair. I've had some people complain that I'm not expensive enough. I've had other people complain that I'm too expensive. Most of the time, people are relatively comfortable with my prices. I think for handmade jewelry, custom made for you, it's relatively fair. I think it's a fair price. And I also have a range of things, right? So starting at 25, going up to about 300. So I try to have something for everyone's budget. Yeah, it's all handmade. Faux show. Let's clean it up. And that's something that took me a long time to figure out. It wasn't just something like I woke up one day and knew what my work was worth. Like, that's like years of, I've been doing this for 3 years, so I got to put that experience in. I got to put the cost of running a business, taxes, tools, labor, coin price. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into just making a ring for somebody. And it doesn't always go as planned, so sometimes I got to use more than one coin. Sometimes I mess up. I try not to, but I got to be able to cover my butt on mistakes as well. What do you get for $25? You can get a copper quarter coin ring. So I just finished one earlier today. This one still needs some polishing. This is a size 12, 1970 copper coin ring. I can do these size 4 up to 13. And I've also got them in all 50 states and 1965 up to 1998. So you can either pick a year or pick your state. And I've got like necklaces, I think, that are $25 as well. And cowboy hat coins. Yeah. If you'd like to send me a coin, I have a button on my profile that says get a quote. Just fill out that short questionnaire and I can get back to you. The leftover silver, can I send it back? Yes, but there would be a small charge on that. I mean, it wouldn't be much. It'd be like $5. But we can talk about that when you get back from Mexico. We'll work out everything you want to do. What do I do with cowboy coin? I've got a couple over here I can show you. Here's an example. This is a Texas quarter I made into a cowboy hat. And I make these into keychains, necklaces, or you can just get the coin like this. I do it for dimes and pennies and half dollars as well. And you can find those at coinringmaker.com. Just go to cowboy hat coin category and check them out. Yeah, they're pretty cool, man. Like, they were really, really popular for a minute. And then they just kind of fell off. I guess I don't show them as much as I used to. Mostly just rings and cowboy hat coins. I do have some cut coins on the website, but I don't get to do that as much. But here's another example. There's a penny cowboy hat keychain. I really like these. They're cute. Besides buying things. I don't know. It's definitely an interesting medium to work on. Coins. It's pretty cool to make art out of them. Try and get a little closer. And this will get some polishing up before I send it out, but it is pretty much finished. It's the big boy ring right here. And Memento Mori hanging out right on the top. Looks good. Alright, let's see what looks good. Alright, let's see what. Yeah, I actually have. I have one. I love it. It's so cool. Said, I want the 11th one you do. So he sent me number 11. It's freaking dope. And that's Navarro rings. He does very good work. And he sends you candy. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm going to keep this forever. It's so cool. What do I have on my right hand? This is a Walking Liberty 90% silver half dollar from 1944. And we're going to be working on an Indiana quarter next. You're a Navarro. I think you're a different Navarro. What about your ring? I thought you were going to send me a coin. How can I work on it if I don't have the coin yet? You told me to wait till you come back from Mexico. I'm trying to follow you the best I can, man, but I'm losing track. Where is my center punch? Where did it go? I don't know. Yeah, Navarro. It's a hobo ring. It's a carved coin, made by a guy whose last name is Navarro. There it is. Yep, I found it. It was the last place I put it down. I've got tons of early 1900 foreign coins. Some would be cool rings. I don't doubt it. Yeah, get in touch with me, man. We'll figure something out. I usually work on U.S. currency. I don't have a great hookup for foreign coins, so that could be fun. Do 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 do. Clean up the inside edge. Do 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 do. And if you guys haven't checked out the gold chain at the bottom of the screen yet, go ahead and give it a tap. Check it out. It's pretty cool. Yeah, coins and bills definitely have different laws. But counterfeiting either one is not a great idea. I don't even mess with bills. Don't even mess with them. I've seen some people cut them, and some people like sew designs onto them. But not for me. Don't even touch them. Yeah! Gold chain is super cool. Takes you to my store without leaving TikTok. Making a copy for a poster. Yeah, well, you can't. Even if it's artistic, like, yeah. They're pretty weird about reproducing designs of currency, even if it is just for a poster. I think they're just jealous, but it is what it is. How come you can't mention prices if you have a business account? It's just one of those weird TikTok things. I wish I had a better way to explain it, but it's mostly because I just don't want my live to get shut down. Like, I would like to continue broadcasting. And that's been one of the trigger things that has got me booted from a live before, so I just avoid it. This is an Indiana quarter. 1963 arrowhead quarter. I haven't done any silver arrowheads, but I would do it for 100, the same price I would make a silver coin ring for.
So Kyle keeps screaming and mimicking baby cries, making Zyla cry, so we've come here.
That's my boy. Making babies cry. Yeah, I figured it would be okay too, but through experience, it just hasn't worked out that well. Copper clad are the easiest to work on. They're very good for practice. Silver can be a bit more fickle, a bit more brittle, and has a higher tendency to snap. And they're also usually older too. So the copper clad ones have less age to them, so they're more malleable. I don't know, copper is really nice to work with because it stays nice and flexible, but it's also strong. It's a good metal. If it didn't turn your skin green. Here he goes again. Yep, that's the boss. She's in charge. So, besides, I have to believe the price is always changing. Actually, silver has stayed relatively solid over the last 3 years or so. I haven't had to change my prices too much to keep up with it. Like, I think it's undervalued. I think spot price is too low. But because you can kind of buy like silver stock, you can buy like paper silver. I think they oversold paper silver, and there's not actually that big of a supply of it. So I think it's a good deal to buy silver right now, honestly. I do work with gold. Do I have silver rings you finished? No, I don't. I do recommend my customers put clear fingernail polish on the copper clad ones. But I don't put anything on them because I worry about people's allergies. I don't know if someone might be allergic to fingernail polish. So I don't do anything to the ring other than make it. No. Like stocks. But it's like silver stocks. They're super dumb. I live in Texas. Yeah, I think my prices are fair. Texas. I'm an old Texas boy. Yeah, silver is definitely an interesting metal. North Texas. Top part nobody goes to. I'd rather just have the silver. Yeah. My silver stock's at the house. Just some good old Texas boys. That's right. We're so close. I'm just getting this right to a size 11 here. And we've got it. Right there, size 11. I haven't watched football in a while. It is funny though. So that's like one of the jokey things we say to each other. How about them Cowboys? That's one thing all Texans can have a conversation about. So how about them Cowboys? Ooh, Denton. I went to school in Denton for a little bit. UNT. Pretty campus. Pricey tuition. I loved it. I love Denton. It's a great place. Used to live in Amarillo. Me too. Now that place is a little too Wild West for me these days. I didn't mind it too much when I was younger. But like, when you can actually walk into a bar and view a gunfight, that might be getting a little hardcore for me. Amarillo by Morton. No. I work out of my house. Try and keep it as private as possible. While I enjoy sharing here on TikTok Live, I do appreciate my privacy to a certain point. Why can't I see what you're typing? Sometimes TikTok removes comments before I can see them. You may see a message come up every once in a while that says, TikTok has filtered comments to protect our community. So that's got nothing to do with me. I don't really pick what they keep and what they don't. I used to go to like larger shows, like multiple bands, but it's been a while. Since I had kids, I don't get out too much. Yes, I can see that message right now. Silver dollar arrowhead would probably be about 200, 250. Just because it would literally take me hours to make it. And it requires a lot of attention to cut coins and not mess them up. So that's why I don't have a whole bunch of them on the website, and they're mostly smaller things. I prefer to make rings. That's what I really like to do. You went to my store. Now y'all are confusing me. Is this your bread and butter? Do you have another job? I do have another job. They're pretty much 50-50. So I make about half my money doing this, half my money doing my other job. You work at UNT? Hell yeah. Oh, Guy, Dallas, Texas. Coming through. Dallas has this whole mentality where they think they know better than everybody else, and that's kind of coming across right now, my guy. You ain't gotta be rude. We're all having a good time here. Boss, 22. I'm gonna follow you. If you just want to message me what you're trying to get through, or you can email me at info@coinringmaker.com. We can work out whatever you're trying to get through. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm missing what you're trying to say. Memory of your wife. I remember that ring. I remember that. No, I believe it. Oh. Aw. I can't get a better compliment than that. I tell you what, somebody who wears my jewelry every day. touches my heart. So I appreciate it. That's awesome. The website outside of TikTok is coinringmaker.com. Take a screenshot of this right here, bro. Just take a screenshot of that and save it for later. All right. There is our Indiana copper-clad quarter coin ring. It's got really nice stars going up and down the side of this ring here. It's really cool. Thank you. I designed that myself. I'm actually really proud of it. Yeah, I can ship all over the world. International. I can't tell you what the shipping's going to cost, though. You'll have to go to the website and find what you want and then put in your shipping information. It'll give you an estimate there. I can't really do that off the top of my head for the whole world, so just whatever the website says it is, that's what it is. Yeah, sometimes TikTok is just really weird. But I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break. I will be back on later today to make some more coin rings. If you guys haven't followed me yet, hit that follow button so you know when I come back on here. These are the 3 rings I've made today so far. Pretty cool. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Have a great day.